This is The Spot, a BYU-Idaho radio production where we talk about what you're talking about at BYU-Idaho. The views and opinions of this podcast are not that of BYU-Idaho Radio or the university and are solely the opinions of the hosts. Today's hosts are
Austin Pace,
Chandler Guadagnin,
and Maiya Waddell. Today we're talking all about sports. So this is going to be exciting.
This is my topic right here. I've been really excited for this one. I had it on like a little list of like a bunch of topics for podcasts that I was doing with my buddies, and I was like, this one I'm excited for. And I was like, all right, once we do this episode, I know exactly who I'm talking to, my man Chandler Guadagnin. Okay, for those of you listening out there who don't know, Chandler and I work together, right? So do me and Maiya.
Yeah.
We all work together at the radio station, but Chandler and I sit very close to each other, which is probably not a great thing because we end up just talking about sports. So this is like, it will be like a normal conversation that Chandler and I would have, but we're recording it. And it's for a grade. This is great. Okay, so Chandler, you probably have tons of spot takes, right?
Yeah.
But I wrote a couple down. Maiya, you've got one. Mm-hmm. Okay, Maiya, I want to start with you. I'm very curious what your spot take is.
So my spot take is college sports should get rid of scholarships and play players like professionals.
Ooh, so like, what do you mean by that?
So basically colleges make billions off of athletes, yet most players don't go pro.
Yeah.
So instead of scholarships, which only cover tuition, athletes should get actual salaries since they're basically employees bringing in revenue.
Okay, so they've actually started trying this out, like with
Really?
football. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
So like the NIL deals. Mm-hmm. I think I like it to an extent.
I mean, they still offer scholarships
They
too,
do.
but yeah.
Yeah.
There's some players that are getting paid, which I think is great. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, good for you. I think with basketball, I think it'd be a really good idea. Football, college football, I don't know if I like it. Because the really fun part about college football, when I would watch it before they had all these deals, was like, these kids are just like us, right? They're trying to prove themselves and be like, hey, I am worth a spot on your team going pro.
Yeah.
So the games are so exciting. Like, you have some of the most exciting endings or most exciting plays because they're like, hey, I'm barely trying to pay my tuition, but I'm proving to you that I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Some of these NIL deals, they're getting paid millions of dollars to play ball in college. So they can just extend their college career, make a few $1 million, get a name for themselves, get some brand deals, and they're set for life.
Yeah.
Right? They don't gotta really prove themselves because they're out there.
Yeah.
They've kind of shown it.
Yeah, I know this isn't football, but basketball-wise, BYU just got the #1 recruit in the country, AJ Jabansa, and he's making $7 million off of his NIL deal and recruitment to go to BYU in the first place. So he's already set 7 times over, and so it's kind of it's ridiculous. I don't know. Great, he's here at BYU, but he's making $7 million, and I was like, if I was a college student, if I got that chance, I'm a college student, but if I got that chance to make $7 million while going to school, I don't know if I'd even go to I mean, obviously you compete, but I'd call it a career. I'd be like, I'm done. Yeah. I played 1 year in college and now I'm good. I'll just invest or whatever. Yeah.
Or even play 4 years. Well, let's take that salary, right? Mm-hmm. $28 million by the end of college, right? Of course, it's gonna be taxed, but also homie's getting an education.
Yeah.
Right? So he's getting an education, and he'll, if he's smart, graduate, like you were saying, just go to college, make that your career, graduate. You got $28 million under your belt, and you've got a graduation certificate, right? In a certain field where you can then go get a job, right? Mm-hmm. Start working, right? Start a family or whatever, but you're already up $28 million. You've got plenty of money where you'll be living comfortably for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right? I think I'd do the exact same thing. I would I'd make college my career.
Make college my career.
Yeah.
I would. I mean, and you're set like $28 million, so you can do whatever you want, career-wise. You got a certificate. You can be like, I don't feel like working for the next 2 years. Cool, take them all. I don't know, like do that, or like I feel like doing those random stuff. Cool, like do that. I don't know, This is like.
Maiya, what would you do?
I don't know. I probably would make college my career, like you guys are saying. Mm-hmm. Just because you have so much money, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
And you want that education at the same time. Well, maybe I would, but maybe someone else wouldn't. So I don't know. I guess it depends on the person.
It depends on your mindset.
Yeah.
I think the smart decision would be like work towards that degree.
Yeah.
And if something does happen, like if you do end up like being looked at by a pro team, go for it. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Make your dreams come true. But smart. Stay where you're at.
So that's our pitch to you, AJ. Wherever you are, like if you're listening to this, stay here for 4 years. We want you. Just rack up those K's,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my spot take. This one's silly, and if we have any basketball fans out there, especially in NBA, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I think I can make a good case. Okay. So the Phoenix Suns, that's my team. I love the Suns. Like, I'm AZ bound all the way, okay?
Yeah.
Love the Suns. The Phoenix Suns, although they have a crappy record, I think they can make a playoff run. I think they totally could. I don't think they're finals ready, but I think that they're Western Conference Finals ready. I think they could totally make it to Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Even with the record that they have right now. They're number 10 right now in the West. Are they 11?
11.
They're 11 right now.
Warriors are 10.
The Warriors are 10. They're number 11 right now. So they're not even like in playoff contention right now. But I think if they can get up to like the 10 or 9 seed, right? So this is how it's going to go. The Suns are going to play in the play-in tournament, right? Hopefully. We'll pray. They'll play in the play-in tournament. They have veterans who have played in the playoffs. Like already they got Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, who's already an all-time great Hall of Famer, first ballot for sure. Bradley Beal, who's played in the playoffs before. Grayson Allen, who's played in the playoffs before. Royce O'Neal, who's played in the playoffs before. They have people that are ready, like they understand what the playoffs brings, right? So they'll play in the play-in tournament to get themselves a spot into the playoffs. Now, depending on how they rank in the play-in tournament, they're going to have a sucky schedule either way. They're going to have to play some really good teams, right?
Oh yeah.
But I really do think, because we got the Thunder are on the top right now, but they're a young team. They're all 23, 24?
Oh wow.
They're all, they have zero playoff experience, none. Mm-hmm. And the playoffs are a whole different beast when it comes to basketball. Any sport, they're a whole different beast. Anything can happen in the playoffs. And of course, these are pro players, so they're gonna make it happen. So I think that my Phoenix Suns can make a dope playoff run if they actually make it into the play-in. I don't know. Chandler, what do you think?
Okay, so I've got a couple, but I don't know if you want me to just say one or two.
Go with one.
Okay, which one do I want? One could make Austin really upset.
Ooh.
One could also make Austin and me really happy.
You know what? Bring it.
Bring it, okay.
I'm ready. I'm
So, the Warriors are going to make it to the NBA Finals. That means cruising past the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. So, I didn't say win the NBA Finals. I don't think they can do that.
Okay.
I'm a big Warriors fan. But being from Northern California, I have the right to be. It's not like I was a bandwagoner. Like, I have the geographical, regional rights to be a Warriors fan. But like, yeah, from birth. But like, okay, we bought Jimmy Butler. Hopefully we bought playoff Jimmy. Like, he goes off in the playoffs, right? He's like crazy. Steph Curry. Period. Enough said.
Yeah.
Draymond Green. It's not health with him. It's if he keeps his emotions in check and doesn't scream every time something bad happens.
Attitude.
Dude, Draymond, you're killing me. But like, those three nucleus, and then you have like Pajemski, you've got Moses Moody, you've got all those role players.
Was Kuminga involved in the trade?
Kuminga is still here. He's just injured. So like once he gets and he should get right for the stretch run, and hopefully that'll help him get ready for the playoffs. Yeah, because we're going all the way, baby. So all the way to the finals, and then we'll hit the roadblock of whoever Boston Celtics. I don't know who. It's the Cavaliers. Yeah,
the Cavs.
The Cavaliers. So I think. Don't prove me right, please. Just give me something, because right now my other sports teams are not doing so hot. So we're gonna put it all on the Warriors right now. Yeah.
Anyways, spot takes were great. Maiya, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
You know what? We're gonna move a little bit towards some movies. Okay, I love movies, sports movies. My family on Sundays, we would pick a different sports movie every week and we would watch. We love like the really good sports movies, even like the really bad ones. Like we love them. But like the silly ones like the Mighty Ducks. Love the Mighty Ducks. But then you have Hoosiers, that's a banger movie. Or Remember the Titans, so good. Okay, so Maiya, what is, in your opinion, the best sports movie?
Ooh, I personally really liked Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
We watched it in high school, and at first the class was kind of like, why are we watching this movie? This is dumb. But as we were watching it, we were absolutely in love, and like eyes wide watching the screen to the end. It like stands out in my mind. Best movie in my opinion.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Chandler, what about you?
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
I'm a big baseball guy, and you got Kevin Costner, and you've got what's his face? He played Darth Vader. Oh, James Earl Jones. That's who it is. But like I don't know. How can you not be romantic about baseball? People coming from the cornfield. Maybe it's because I served my mission in the Midwest, and so like baseball in the Midwest put together is like my dream. Like I don't know, like dream scenario, right? But I freaking love Field of Dreams with my whole heart. So that's mine.
I like it. What's the movie based on? I've never even heard of it. So it's baseball.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it, bro. Okay. I'll come over to your place. You come over to my place. We'll pop. I don't know. We'll just watch it. But it's this farmer in Iowa, and he had a rocky relationship with his dad. But his dad passed away. And he's walking through the cornfield one day. I'll just give you a quick synopsis. He's walking through the cornfield one day and he hears his voice. If you build it, they will come. And so he builds, and everybody thinks he's insane. His farm's getting foreclosed on. Like, he's like, just his financial status is like, and his wife is like, what are you doing? And so he's like, okay, so I'm going to build this baseball field. And he builds this baseball diamond complete with like stands and stuff. And in a cornfield. Okay. Like he takes out his like crop, right? The thing that he pays his farm with, he takes it out and he's like, I'm gonna build a baseball field. He does. And he's like, okay, so what in the heck did I do? And then at some point, like, he gets baseball legends that come from the cornfield, like as like ghosts, apparitions. Okay. But they start playing at night on this field. And they come back to life. So you got like Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb, like all these classic baseball players come and play on this field, and he's the only one that can see them. And so he's like, oh, this is awesome. I'm just watching it. And then people are like, what? There's nothing on this field. Confused, but like, long story short, it ends up like his dad comes. And as an apparition, as a ghost or as an angel or whatever, and he starts playing with these kids. But it's cool because his dad is like a little kid. His dad starts as like a teenager, and then like he figures out that it's a dad, and he sees his dad at the end, and like he's like, that's my dad. He's playing with all these baseball players, and so like cool. That was the thing that connected them, and it's a heart jerker. It's a tear jerker, but I love it.
I like that. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay,
dude, all
watch party.
Get in the
watch party for sure.
For sure.
So my favorite movie is When the Game Stands Tall. Remember the Titans is really good, but When the Game Stands Tall. That one is so good.
Okay, I haven't seen that one either, so we're gonna have to like swap movies, man.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready for this little synopsis?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I gonna be mixing two movies? If I do, forgive me, audience, and you can comment down below that I suck. But no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this movie is it's this high school team. They have been on this wild winning streak. Like that dates back 10 years. They're just winners. They have, I think it was like the best winning streak in the country for any high school ever. And I think that still stands today. So this team, they're like, you know what, we're gonna play some like insanely amazing like semi-pro team. And they get their butts kicked for their like first loss in like a decade. But they're like, you know what, nah, we're gonna keep going, okay? That's how the movie starts. So you're rooting for this team because they're like, we want to get better. Even though they are already so good, they're like, we want to get better. So it kind of just goes through the lives of these players, and a few of them are getting some really cool scholarship like offers from really big schools. Okay, so one of these guys, their star player, he gets an offer from Oregon, and he's just elated. He's so stoked. Okay. He goes to a party to go and celebrate, and he's getting ready to leave because there's alcohol, and he's like, nah, I got football. So he's getting ready to leave, and for some reason, they still don't know who did it. Okay, drive-by shooting kills him. He's done. He's gone. Right? This scholarship, like his like offer was gonna help his family like actually get out of where they were living, because they're living in like a pretty shady spot. Drive-by shooting. But because of that, the team all gets together and they have like this new drive and new desire to win, right, for this guy. So they play this team again and they end up beating them, and it's like just one of the coolest movies, so inspirational, tearjerker. Yeah. But I think that's the best part about like sports movies is that they are tearjerkers.
Oh, yeah.
They're the best. Okay. Anyways, I love movies. They're so good.
So good.
All right, this one is I'm really excited for this one. But I think we'll all have a very similar answer. So we're going to talk about the GOAT debate, okay, in both football, basketball. Those are like the two biggest ones right now. I don't know, I haven't heard anything about baseball. Is there like a big debate on who's the GOAT?
Not really.
No?
No.
Who is the GOAT in baseball?
I guess, well,
Would it be like Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth?
you gotta factor in steroids. That's the whole, that's the steroids conversation. That's where that comes in. But like, because he wasn't disqualified because of steroids, it would be like Barry Bonds.
Okay.
73 bombs in a season. That's he hit 73 home runs in a season.
No way.
He holds the all-time record at 763 for home runs in a career. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, like the next closest guy hit 755, and that was Hank Aaron in like the 80s, you know, or like like
It's like almost untouchable.
yeah, and that record has stood since he retired in like I don't know, like for at least 20 years. Like,
Dang.
it's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So, undisputed, steroids taken out, Barry Bonds.
Steroids, he did
Or
steroids.
with steroids.
Like, he is, so it's, it's kind of a, but, well, that's another conversation.
All right, this one is my favorite, but first we have to like define what is the GOAT, okay? Because for me, that's so much different than for somebody else, right? So my debate I'm gonna go to first is LeBron James or Michael Jordan, right? That's the biggest one right now, and if we're going off, like, for me, there's just so much more to it. A lot of people are like, oh, LeBron's the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. Of course he's the GOAT. That doesn't mean anything. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't, like, for real. Because if you're gonna bring up one accolade, we're gonna bring up all the accolades, right? So out of how many playoffs did Michael Jordan go to? Was it 8?
I think it might have been 8, at least 8. I'm trying to remember.
I think it was 8.
Yeah.
6 of them he won. Like, he won the NBA Finals, right? LeBron has won, what, 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Out of the countless times that out of his 20 seasons, he's won 3 NBA Finals, which, you know what? that's dope. Good for him.
Yeah, good stuff.
But Michael Jordan's career was so small, but he was a winner every single time.
Yeah.
So like we can bring up accolades, and I can shove accolades down your throat, and it's Michael Jordan all the way. But I also think that with a GOAT, like to be the GOAT is a GOAT mentality.
Yep.
LeBron is the biggest crybaby I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, dude, for real. I hate watching him play because I truly believe it's because of him and Joel Embiid that there is a flop rule now in the NBA. Like, if you flop, it's a technical foul, the other team gets a free throw and the ball.
Wow.
It's I love it. They need to call it more often. They need to call it more often. But like, LeBron is the biggest flopper, biggest crybaby. He cries about everything. If he doesn't get his way, he's talking to the ref about it and he's crying. If Michael Jordan didn't get his way, he would look at the ref and be like, all right, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna show you why you're wrong. And then he'd go off, right? Or if somebody talked bad about him, like there's it's a meme that went around for a very long time, but it's Michael Jordan saying, and I took that personally. And he did. Oh. He takes it personally every time. And he's like, you know what? If you don't believe me, I'm going to prove to you why I'm the best. Prove to you why I'm the best on the court. So I'm like, because of that, the mentality you got to have to be the GOAT, I put Michael Jordan on top. I don't know. Would you agree?
There's no debate here. Like, it's Michael Jordan. Like, LeBron James irks me to no end.
Yes.
I cannot. I can't.
Dude, we don't have Jack here, so he can. Jack is a big LeBron fan, so I'm like, I don't know. Do I think he's great? Yes. Yeah. Do I think he's a Hall of Famer? Absolutely. Do I think he's one of the best? Yes. But he's my top 3, but he's not 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Do I will 100% put him up there as one of the best of all time, just because he's dominant.
Yeah.
But I think he could be more dominant. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. His size and like his athleticism, being like with his size, is incredible. Like his build is insane.
Yeah.
But he doesn't use it to his advantage because he's always trying to flop. Or he's always crying. I think he could bulldoze anyone if he wanted to and get to the bucket whenever he can. And he shows that sometimes. Yeah. Like, when the game's close, all he has to do is just drive in and he's got a layup. Like, nobody's going to stop that man.
He's like, it's great. Like, his physique, he's over 40. He's like older than, 40 plus. And he's in better shape than, like, I would almost like 90% of the people at the school. Like, I guarantee you, and he's like twice their age. Like, it's insane, his physique, but he doesn't use it like he should.
It's
yeah.
But Maiya, like, if you're wanting to say, like, define who the greatest of all time in a specific sport is, what would you be looking at to define the greatest of all time?
I would probably say their skill. Kind of like what you guys have been saying, if they, instead of crying on the court kind of thing, if they're going to actually take initiative and say, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong kind of thing. Just someone that really tries hard to beat their last score. So I think someone like that could be considered the greatest.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, I love Michael Jordan. It's like, homie ended his NBA career, and then he's like, I'm going to go play professional baseball. He played baseball for a bit, and he got bored. So he's like, I'm going to go back to basketball.
Gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's his rookie card in baseball is worth millions of dollars.
Really?
Because they only printed it like once for and I had a friend, family friend who was like, do you want my baseball card collection? I was like, yes. He's like, I'll show you this. And he's like, pulls out a Michael Jordan baseball card.
Way.
And he's like, I keep this one. You get all my other hundreds of cards, but I keep this one. I was like, all right. But like, yeah, that's, oh man, so good.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to move on to football. Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes? GOAT. Let's go. I'm very curious. Chandler, what do you think?
It is Tom Brady. But given those two options, but I really like Joe Montana.
Okay.
Steve, like, I don't know. I'm a 49ers fan, so I'm kind of...
Joe Montana's fantastic.
Joe Montana's great. But, like, given those two options, it's Tom Brady.
For why?
For why? Look at what happened in the playoffs. The Chiefs got slammed because he had to defend. Tom Brady can make things happen. Patrick Mahomes had to which relying on our team is great. Like that's a team sport. There's a reason why we depend on a team. But when your O-line isn't holding up, instead of getting sacked 5 times, 6, whatever he got sacked, you gotta, and then. I mean, he's great. He's won. He had to put his team in a chance to win 3 straight Super Bowls. Great. Yeah. But you look at his 2 Super Bowl losses, and he got absolutely obliterated. One by Tom Brady.
Yes.
Tom Brady killed him, and Tom Brady was at the end of his career, and he still slapped him around. It was crazy. So, I think this last loss put Patrick Mahomes out of GOAT contention for now.
I think so too. 100%. I think he's great, good player. But like you're saying, Tom Brady, and I wasn't a huge fan of Tom Brady when he was playing. I wasn't a huge fan of the Patriots.
Nope, me neither.
I was not. Okay, it's Tom Brady was one of those where I respected him because of what he did. Like Chandler was saying, he would literally create something out of nothing.
Oh, wow.
And that, it's impressive. When you can, with a team sport like that, when you can create something out of nothing, that kind of proves that you're just your mentality of the game, how the game is played, knowing your opponent is insane, right? Because to make something out of nothing, you have to know, first off, you have to know your team. You have to know each individual player and how they are going to run based off of let's say the play doesn't go right? Your O-line sucks. Knowing how your receivers or your running back, how they're going to react to that individually will help you map something out. Knowing your defense and knowing how they're going to play against you is so important as well, and he had that. He knew his defense, he trusted his players that they were going to make the right move so he could make a throw that, could be super risky, but he made it work. Yeah. And he was accurate.
And I think the epitome of his mentality, or as a football player, his ultimate moment where people were like, oh my gosh, he was in the Super Bowl against the Falcons and he was down 25.
Yeah.
And he came back to win. You don't do that in the Super Bowl, and you don't do that. That's impossible. And he made the impossible possible. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay, we're running low on time, and I still have 2 more topics that I kind of want to talk about. So we're
gonna speed through them.
Yeah, we'll speed run. Football, that's a lengthier subject. Well, let's start with basketball. Okay, I really kind of wanted to talk about the trade deadline because that was really big. There were some insane trades that happened just this past month.
And trades that happened and didn't happen.
Yeah. So the biggest one that is kind of ringing through everybody's ears is Luka Doncic is being traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the LA Lakers. I hate the Lakers. I've always hated the Lakers, and then LeBron joined the Lakers, and I hated him even more.
And now Luka's there.
And I'm like, ew, gross. But it's silly because the Mavericks traded away a player that would play for them. He said Luka was going to play in Dallas the rest of his career.
25.
He's 25, right? He has 10 plus years left of insane basketball to play. And the Mavericks traded him for a center, an injury-prone center who got injured his first game with the Mavericks. He's injured. Yeah. I called it. Yeah. I told you, I called it.
They're saying he could be out the rest of the year. Yeah. That's how bad the injury was.
Oh my God,
they traded.
Old.
Yeah.
He's got 2 more seasons left in him, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And with injuries, I don't even know.
Yeah.
So the Mavericks are stupid.
Yep.
But I think the Lakers are also stupid because now they don't have a center. They don't have a big man. They have a bunch of guards.
And the man they were turning to for a center, his trade got rescinded.
Yes.
So,
Other notable trades, though, the Hawks traded Bogdanovich, who was their sharpshooter, number 2 behind Trae Young, for Bones Highland and Terrence Mann of the Clippers. I'm like, Bones Highland, he's maybe a decent player. Terrence Mann, he's the biggest disappointment you could have on a team. A couple of years ago, when the Clippers were making a playoff run, Terrence Mann absolutely destroyed. Who was it? Who'd they play? They played a really good team. They were the underdogs going into it, and they didn't have Kawhi Leonard, one of their best players, or Paul George, another one of their best players, 2 greats, 2 Hall of Fame balloters. And this team that was playing super well, I forgot who it was, got absolutely manhandled by this guy named Terrence Mann, right?
Yeah, they got cranked.
And then the next year, Terrence Mann was averaging like 6 points a game on like 30 minutes of playing, and I'm like, who is this guy? So the Hawks lost that trade. And because of that, I don't think that Trae Young has much longer there.
Nope. I think he's out.
He's gone. So the Hawks are back to ground zero, and they were never great in the first place, so they're cooked. The Warriors got Jimmy Butler, and I didn't think that was going to be great. I didn't think they're gonna do well, but they're doing great. But that involved a 5-team trade. There were 5 different teams that had to play part in order for the Warriors to get Jimmy Butler. Who else? There were a bunch of different ones, but this one, the Luka Doncic one. Chandler, when you woke up and you saw that Luka was traded to the Mavs, what was your initial thought?
Traded to the Lakers? No, you're good. I thought, who in the Mavs front office thought that was a good idea? First of all. Second of all, why did they trade him to the Lakers? They screwed up everything in the Western Conference. And like, look, there's threats being made against the Mavs GM for that's not okay. Like, I'm just here to say that's not okay. So I don't support that. But like, just in the basketball sense, what were you thinking? Like, why? So I thought, that's just like, wow. I'll be honest. My other thought was, I woke up and after I had all those thoughts, I was like, I wonder what Austin and Jack think. I'll talk to him about that today. And like, that's what we had a conversation about that. And it was 5 minutes. Yeah. So, yeah. I was
in shock. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was like one of those, because Bleacher Report and like other silly platforms, they like dream of these mock trades all the time. Like, oh my gosh, what if this happened? And I'm like, that's stupid. Why would anybody do that? Right? And then I saw this one and I'm like, that's stupid. Why would anybody do that? And then I read a little more and I'm like, this is real.
Yeah, everybody thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke.
Worst.
Yeah. It was absolutely, and like what you're saying, nobody should be getting threats. That's not cool at all. Like, that's just, there's bad sportsmanship like within players, but there's also bad sportsmanship within like your fans. Yeah. That's horrible sportsmanship. Like, this guy, he obviously saw something. I don't know what. I have no clue what he saw. But he must have seen something that made him want to trade away their star player. We'll see.
Behind the scenes things, maybe chemistry. I don't know. Yeah. We don't know what happens in the locker room, right? I don't know.
So like, there could be stuff that's happening with the locker room. Luka, one of the biggest things is he gained a lot of weight. He was like Zion Williamson. If any of y'all, do you know who Zion Williamson is? Absolute monster in college. He was supposed to be like the next LeBron. Put on a ton of weight, got injured, and hasn't been the same since. So it's like, it's hard. There's nothing there. So like with Luka, he's gaining a lot of weight, and he's slow. He still plays well, but he's slow. And I don't think the Mavs like that because they couldn't control it.
Yeah.
So like there's also that factor. There's just a lot that goes into it, and it's hard. Because go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think it sucks if you have like a lot of potential and then something like that happens where you're gaining weight and then you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And then you're never able to come back from that. And it's just, it ruins your career.
Yeah. Like injuries, I'm just real fast. We'll probably end with basketball.
Okay. Yeah.
But real fast, one of my favorite players of all time is Derrick Rose. I love Derrick Rose. He played for the Bulls back when I was a kid, and watching that man play, it was Derrick Rose and Steve Nash who like kind of got me, like had me fall in love with the game. And I wanted to play like them. Like, their play style was amazing, right? Yeah. Derrick Rose was the youngest player to ever win an MVP.
Oh, wow.
He was Rookie of the Year. He was an all-star. This guy had one of the brightest futures of any young basketball star, and then he got hurt. And it was one of those, like, shoot, he's done.
Yeah.
Like I think it was an ACL tear.
Yeah.
It was nasty. He got hurt pretty bad, and he came back and he wasn't the same. Like he just was not the same Derrick Rose. He's still in the league, but he's a nobody. And it's like it's hard to see like one of your favorite players like be so amazing and then get hurt, and it just takes your career.
Yeah.
And you're done.
Oh yeah.
Like one injury and you're done.
Yeah, sports is hard, man. Like your bank account is now based on whether your body can hold out.
Yeah.
And sports is like some of the most taxing. Like you're running up and down the court. You're getting, in baseball, you're getting hit by pitches, or you're getting slid into, or you're, football. Obviously, football. Your football is just you surrender your body to the entire sport. Like that's and hockey. I mean, you wait for your body you basically play until your body gives out.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. And in sports it's like, wow, that guy's 35. He's so old for this sport, or he's 40. He's so old for this sport. That's because of the physical toll it takes on your body. Like 40-year-olds, you're like, oh, dude, he's like 20 years away from retirement. Any other job, he's like 20 years away from retirement.
He's still young.
He's still young. He's got plenty of good years. 40, you're done. Like you're gone. So it's tough.
Yeah. And on a good note, though, one player that came back from injury and has played better, Kevin Durant.
Really?
Kevin Durant tore his Achilles, and everybody was like, all right, no, he's done. Like, that's the end of Kevin Durant. But that man worked so hard, and now he's still one of the best players in the NBA right now.
That's good to hear.
And years after, playing for my Phoenix Suns.
After he left the Warriors?
Yeah. But I don't know. I also think it's part of mentality. But of course, like an Achilles tear and also an ACL tear, those are two very different things. But I think there's a lot of mentality that plays into your recovery too.
Oh yeah.
But okay, Maiya,
Yes.
take us away. Let's. I'm ready for a quiz.
Yeah?
I'm ready for a quiz.
All right.
Have any of y'all seen Phineas and Ferb?
Yes.
No.
Let's take a quiz. That's like they do a little game show, and I love it.
So fun.
I actually counted the number of days in summer vacation. I was like, that is nowhere close to the actual number of days in my summer vacation. I don't know why. Yeah, I was like, what?
All right. So which country has won the most FIFA World Cups? Is it A, Italy, B, Argentina, C, Brazil, or D, Germany?
Soccer's not my thing.
I know, me either. Oh, man. I'm going to go with Argentina. Was that B?
Yeah, it's B.
I think it's Argentina.
So you both
But hold on, I think I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go with Brazil.
If you didn't...
Brazil.
It's Brazil.
Yes! That was my second guess. I was going to go on record. I was like, dang it.
It's Brazil.
There you go, 1-0.
All right, next question. What is the only sport to be played on the moon? Is it A, basketball, B, football, C, tennis, or D, golf?
I'm going to say golf.
Yeah, I think it's golf.
It's golf.
Golf?
Yeah.
They played it on the moon?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Could you imagine
dope.
how many yards could you like carry that thing out to Jupiter like?
Crazy. All right, number 3. How many points is a touchdown worth in American football? Is it A, 100 points, B, 50 points, C, 6 points, or D, they're not worth anything?
So D, they're not worth anything. They actually subtract from your score. I had 6 points.
Yeah,
6.
Correct, 6 points.
We know our ball.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which NBA player is known as the King? Is it A, Michael Jordan, B, Kobe Bryant, C, Kyle Kuzma, or D, LeBron? Or D, LeBron James?
I love these choices. So good.
It's
Bron.
Kyle Kuzma is the disappointment.
Kyle Kuzma. He's like the court jester, you know? Yeah.
All right. Who holds the record for the most home runs in a single MLB season? Is it A, Babe Ruth, B, Barry Bonds, C, Hank Aaron, or D, Sammy Sosa?
Hold on, before we answer, I want I want you guys to pause. Because this was talked about in the episode. I want you to pause, see if you're paying attention. Here's your moment to pause. All right, moment over. Go ahead. Tell him, Chandler.
Okay, Barry Bonds with an asterisk. I don't like steroids. I think that...
This guy agrees.
Yeah. I think that it should revert back to, it was Hank Aaron who had the all-time home run record at 755. I think Hank Aaron should keep that.
Yeah. I agree.
And I'm a Giants fan, right? You can see my jersey. I'm a Giants fan. No. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't want Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. Okay, sorry. I derailed this quiz. But yeah, that's my...
It's Barry Bonds.
It is Barry Bonds, yeah. B. And finally, who performed at the 2025 Super Bowl? Was it A, Taylor Swift and Post Malone, B, Michael and Janet Jackson, C, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, or D, Dua Lipa and Snoop Dogg?
Mustard! It's my guy. Posty. No. Kendrick.
Yep.
It was Kendrick.
It's Kendrick Lamar and SZA and Serena Williams and Samuel L. Jackson.
It's like all these people.
Castle's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was waiting to see Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, man.
Good job, you guys.
I think I won.
I think so too.
I think you beat me by 1. Good job. Stupid Argentina, Brazil. Gosh.
Viva Brazil.
So close.
Vamos lá, galera.
All right, should we go over the spotlight?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, perfect. So there's some events that are happening when this episode airs tonight. So tonight when this episode airs, there's an event called Hawaiian Luau Water Aerobics, and that will be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Hart Building, room 215, swimming pool. Tonight there's also an event that's being held by the Society of Physics called SPS Activity from 7 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. at the Romney Building, room 50. On Friday there's an event that the Red Cross is holding called Red Cross Blood Drive, and that will be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the BYU-Idaho Center, Court 2. There's also an event called International Cinema Robot Dreams that will be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Sporey Building, room 35, which is the lecture hall. And then center stage is also happening. It'll be the Cirque-tacular, a winner Cirque Revere. That'll be from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Hart Building, room 250 auditorium, the gym stage combo. And finally, there's a choir concert being hosted from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Snow Building, room 136, which is the Barris Concert Hall. So
Sweet.
that is all we have for Spotlight.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Okay.
You've been listening to The Spot, a production of BYU-Idaho Radio. Today's hosts were
Austin Pace.
Chandler Guadagnin.
and Maiya Waddell. The views and opinions of this podcast are not that of BYU-Idaho Radio or the university and are solely the opinions of the hosts. Producers were the hosts with supervision by Brandon Isle and Natalia Hepworth. Our theme music is Finding Happiness by DJ Quads and The Perpetual Ticking of Time by Artificial Music. To listen to more episodes of The Spot, like and follow us on social media or visit our website, byui.edu/radio, and click podcast. Be sure to subscribe to The Spot podcast wherever you get your podcasts and leave a review of the show and leave a comment on what we should talk about next.